Welcome back to our journey through the ancient city of Polonnaruwa. In the first part of this series, we explored the fascinating rise and fall of this historic kingdom. Today, in part 2, we will dive into the practical side of visiting Polonnaruwa and explore some of its most iconic monuments. Whether you are a history enthusiast, a curious traveler, or just someone looking for a memorable day trip, this guide will help you make the most of your visit to this UNESCO World Heritage Site. So grab a coffee and settle in. This video is going to be a bit longer but packed with interesting insights. It's designed to save your time in planning your trip and includes essential travel tips every visitor needs to know. Let's get started. Polonnaruwa is located in Sri Lanka's North Central province, about 230 kilometers northeast of Colombo. The journey takes about 4.5 hours by car, and the roads are in excellent condition with minimal traffic, making it a pleasant drive. To fully appreciate Polonnaruwa's historical richness, I recommend dedicating a full day to explore. However, if you are short on time, you can still see the highlights in a few hours using a tuk-tuk or a private vehicle. For the more adventurous travelers, bicycle rentals are available near the site entrance and through most hotels in the area. Alternatively, you can drive around the well-maintained internal roads on the site. As you prepare for your visit, keep in mind the modest dress code required for Sri Lankan temples. Shoulders and knees must be covered. Since it's very humid, wearing lightweight clothing is recommended. Additionally, it's essential to remove your shoes and caps when entering sacred spaces. And a crucial etiquette tip: never turn your back to a Buddha statue when taking photos. It's considered highly disrespectful. Polonnaruwa is accessible year-round, but the best time to visit are from February to March or August to September. During these months, the weather is pleasant with minimal rainfall. Polonnaruwa offers a wide range of accommodation options to suit every traveler's budget and preference. From budget-friendly homestays and charming guest houses starting at just $10 per night to luxurious resorts with premium amenities that can cost $400 or more. Many accommodations are conveniently located near the main attractions, providing easy access to explore this ancient city. Polonnaruwa caters to food lovers with diverse dining options. Enjoy affordable Sri Lankan street food and local meals, or relax at a cozy restaurant offering Sri Lankan and international cuisine. Supermarkets are available for self-catering. If you are looking to unwind, you will also find beer shops and casual spots to enjoy a drink after a day of exploring. Polonnaruwa is home to an incredible array of monuments, but a few stand out as absolute must-sees. Let's take a close look at some of these highlights. Start your journey at the ticket counter, where you can get entry tickets and even hire a local guide if you prefer. The site guides are incredibly knowledgeable and can provide valuable insights into the history of the monuments. Next, don't miss the Polonnaruwa Site Museum. This is more than just a museum. It's a treasure trove of archaeological knowledge complete with ancient artifacts, models, maps, and reproductions that set the stage for what you will see on site. Council Chamber of Nissankamalla. This is the council chamber of King Nissankamalla. At the southern end of the building stands a stone-lined figure, identified as the throne by an inscription beneath its belly. Additional inscriptions on the pillars reveal the seating arrangements for ministers and state officials. No other site on the island offers such vivid evidence of the structure and organization of an ancient royal council. Dipauyana, or Island Park. This is the island park of King Parakramabahu the Great. It contains ruins of many important monuments, including the bathing pond. Dhavalagharaya, or White Edifice. This building has not been properly identified yet. The white lime plaster on the exterior walls suggests that it may be the Dhavalagharaya built by King Parakramabahu the Great. Views have also been expressed that it may be symbolic of the central mountain of the universe, Mahameru, or be the mausoleum of a member of the royalty. Royal Palace. This seven-story palace was built by King Parakramabahu the Great. Today, the remains of three stories are still visible, with evidence suggesting the palace may have been destroyed by fire. According to Mahavansa, it originally housed 1,000 chambers. Surrounding the palace are the ruins of various buildings, likely used for rituals, entertainment, and storage. Kumara Pokuna, the royal bath considered to have been built by King Parakramabahu the Great. The pond, elegantly built with a cruciformed ground plan, is designed in such a manner as to get water from the adjacent watercourse, and is also provided with outlets to drain off the used water. The pavilion near the pond must have served as a changing room. Dalada Maluwa, Sacred Quadrangle. The sacred tooth relic of the Buddha holds immense cultural, religious, and political significance in Sri Lanka. For ancient kings, it was not just a symbol of Buddhism, but also a symbol of their divine right to rule and the unity of the kingdom. Here's why the tooth relic was so important and why they built shrines to protect it. Vatadage. Vatadage is an iconic circular relic house believed to have housed the sacred tooth relic. Its intricate stone carvings and perfectly symmetrical design make it a masterpiece of ancient Sri Lankan architecture. Muragal, or the guard stones, and Sandakatapahana, or the moonstones, are one of the best examples of their kind. You may see a model of this Vatadage in the museum. Hatadage. This is the temple of the tooth built by King Nissankamalla. It has been a two-storied building, and the upper floor may have contained the tooth relic. The roof may have had wooden beams and covered with clay roof tiles. Nissankalatha Mandapaya. Galpotha, stone book inscription. Located to the east, was commissioned by King Nissankamalla. It chronicles his heroic deeds and achievements, offering valuable insights into his reign. This large stone inscription, considered one of the most significant in Sri Lanka, serves both as a historical record and a testament to the king's legacy. Thuparama. The builder is unknown. The roof is well preserved. Side walls and the roof are made of bricks without wood. The ornamentation of the exterior walls show the influence of South Indian architecture, Vimana Panjara Kudu design. There had been a giant seated Buddha image inside, but only the seat remains now. Let me share something truly fascinating. It is believed that the eyes of the Buddha statue were once adorned with precious gems. A window positioned above the entrance allowed the light of the rising sun to filter in, causing the gems to reflect and radiate light beautifully. Additionally, the other statues, crafted from quartz, create a magical effect by glowing softly when light reflects on them, even in the darkness. SatmahalPrasada. This 7-tiered stepped pyramid stands out for its design, which is atypical for Sri Lankan stupa and has drawn comparison to Southeast Asian architecture, particularly Cambodian and Mayan influences. Rankot Vihara, Gold Pinnacled Stupa. Rankot Vihara is the largest stupa in Polonnaruwa. It's a stunning example of Buddhist devotion and engineering from the 12th century. The stupa is located in the center of a large square terrace, which is also surrounded by a brick wall. The terrace has 4 entrances oriented to the 4 cardinal points, with sand paths leading to them. Nelum Pokuna, or Lotus Pond. It takes the shape of a fully bloomed lotus flower, hence the name, built by King Parakambahu the Great. According to Mahavansa, 8 such ponds have been built in the area. Ruins of such ponds have been discovered within the limits of this monastery. The Mahavansa is an ancient chronicle written in Pali, telling the story of Sri Lanka's history, culture, and the arrival of Buddhism. It blends history, mythology, and religion, detailing how Buddhism became central to the island's identity. Tivanka Image House, built by King Parakambahu the Great. This is an exceptional image house with a unique architectural style. Tivanka means 3 bends. The giant Buddha statue inside is bent in 3 places, namely the shoulder, hip, and the knee. The image house is famous for its 12th century paintings on the interior walls. These paintings depict certain incidents from Jataka stories and the life of the Buddha. The Vimanas with figures of deities and dwarf figures in the various postures on the exterior walls are admirable work of decorative art. Filming or taking pictures inside the image house is prohibited. Vihara, Uttararama, or Rock Monastery, founded by King Parakambahu the Great. Known as the Vihara or Uttararama, Northern Monastery, in the chronicles. This is one of the most outstanding sites, symbolic of Polonnaruwa's art. There are 4 stone statues carved out of existing granite rock. First, there is the seated Buddha in meditative pose. Then the statue in the cavern with an inscription near it, followed by the standing statue and the recumbent Buddha. Kiri Vehera. Its name Kiri Vehera translates to milk stupa, likely referring to its original white plaster coating, which gave it a bright milk-like appearance. The Kiri Vehera is the second largest stupa in Polonnaruwa and stands in remarkable preservation. The dome is hemispherical, representing a classic Sri Lankan Buddhist stupa design. It is believed that this stupa was either built by King Parakambahu the Great in memory of his consort Queen Subhadra, or it was built by Queen Subhadra herself. Lankatilaka, built by the King Parakambahu the Great. This vaulted type image house is the largest image house built in ancient Sri Lanka. The 2 pylons at the entrance and the giant standing Buddha image inside signify its scale. Polonnaruwa offers a seamless blend of history, architecture, and serenity. To make the most of your trip, start early to beat the heat. Carry water and sunscreen. It can get very warm during the day. Take your time exploring, but prioritize must-see spots. Lastly, don't rush through the monuments. Pause, take in the detail, and let the story of Polonnaruwa unfold before you. Thank you for watching. As always, happy travels. I'll see you in the next video.